What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka Coach Ke, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm finally doing the walkthrough for my income allocation budget workbook. I know y'all been asking for the longest. When I was in California, I didn't have access to a colored printer, and Office Depot and places like that were trying to charge me way too much to print this in color, so I just waited till I got back home so I could do it for free. So this is the cover page, and I went ahead and I put this into a binder because typically when you do printable workbooks and worksheets like that, you typically just put it in a binder. So on the front, it just says digital solution that meets your budgeting needs. You see my signature there, and then weekly, monthly, and yearly budget forms are included. So as I go through this, I basically put it inside of the binder the way that it prints out. And the way that it prints out, you have everything that you need to do a monthly, weekly, all of that budget. So everything for your budget is in the front, and then all of the extras are towards the end. But I'll show you where the extras toward the end actually come into play. And as I'm going through, I will show you where the pages are a little bit different in the planner, just so that you guys can see that. So the front page just says weekly, monthly budget planner. This planner belongs to, just put your name in there. And that's pretty much it on that page. So here we have the monthly check-in. This page looks exactly the same as it does in the planner, okay? Exact same. And so all you're going to do, this is like a check-in for you to really be honest with yourself and analyze how well you did the previous month or how bad you did the previous month. I think that when you look at things from a month to month perspective, it's very important, because when you do that, you can kind of see how things have changed over time. So all you're going to do is you're going to put the title or the name of last month here, and then you're going to list out some things that you did well, and then also list out some things that you could improve on. Down here, this is where you're going to put your financial goals for the current month. So you're going to put the name of the current month, and then you have a box for each of your different goals. So maybe you have a goal of saving at least $200 this month. Maybe you have a goal of not going over budget. Whatever your financial goals are for the month, go there. Then you do have a little box down here for some notes as well. So moving on to the next page. The next page is just a monthly calendar. Here, you're not going to have the space to, like, you know, put all the different stickers and stuff like that. The reason why I didn't make this on two different pages is because when you do printable workbooks, you don't really want to print on two sides of the paper because your ink is going to show through on each side. So that's why I just put everything into here. But this is where you're going to calendarize your expenses just like I do. You're just not going to use stickers. So you guys will end up seeing me use this in the April mock budget, which is coming up. Actually, no, I've already posted that right before this video, so check that out. Over here on the side are some no spend circles. So if you didn't have any spending for that particular day, you can just color it in, and that's a cool way to keep up with your spending. And the boxes, of course, is where you write in the dates or whatever. And then up top up here, you put the month and the year. You have a little bit of space for notes. You do have to write kind of small. And then down here, if you want to just write in a quote of the month, you can do that. So that page, like I said, looks different than the planner, but you guys now know the reason why. So the next page, this is where your budget, your for real budget actually starts. And this, of course, you know, it's called Income Allocation Budget Workbook because it's using my income allocation method, and it makes things a lot easier than doing it on just a regular sheet of paper. So this pretty much looks the same as it does here. So this is inside of the planner, and you guys just seen me do this budget last month, but it looks the same. On this side over here, it's just a little bit different. I took out some of the verbiage over here and just gave you lines that you can use, but this part looks the exact same. This is what the planner would look like if the planner was in color, basically. And you can print this in black and white if you like. On the next sheet of paper, this is where you'll do your savings and debt allocations. This looks completely different than it does in the planner. So in the planner, you have like little mason jars or whatever, but it's pretty much the same thing, you guys. So here you would just list out all your different savings accounts names. So like I would list out mini emergency fund, true emergency fund, investment fund, income tax sinking fund. So I would list out all my sinking funds and everything, write the starting balances, the interest that you earned. So you won't actually fill out this part until interest is earned on the account. Then you plus or minus any transactions for the month, and then you put your ending balance there. So down here, it's kind of the same thing for the debt. You have the name of the debt, the starting balance, minimum payment, extra payment, and then your ending balance. And then you have a place where you can put your totals at the bottom, which is pretty cool. And over here, you have a place for the totals as well. Next, this is where all the magic happens. This is the weekly allocation sheet. Now, it is important to note that if you do not get paid on a weekly basis, instead of it being like week 1 income, week 2, you can just do it paycheck 1, paycheck 2. And I did do it based on that, the paychecks in the budget that I did for the April mock budget, because I did want to show you guys how that looks. So check that out if you haven't thus far. So you're just going to put your threshold in there. You're going to use this the same exact way that I use mine in my videos that you guys see. So next we have the budget pre-plan. So what this is, you guys seen me use this before, but this is essentially, so in the planner, I have 5 notes pages. And then this is like an extra sheet because I had 5 weeks. But this is where you would basically do your monthly paycheck to paycheck budget overview. And I feel like this is really important. I've said before, but you want to see how things are going to look before they actually happen. So if you can estimate how things will happen, when the actual happens, you won't be thrown off. And your actuals could end up better. It could end up worse, but at least you kind of knew what was going to happen before it actually happened. And then down here, you have some notes lines as well. So I gave you enough space for 5 paychecks just in case you do get paid on a weekly basis and you're in a 5 paycheck month, then you have space for that. And then here you have extra income, so you have that ability to use that as well. And then here is where you do kind of like I do at the bottom, where you take whatever's left over per paycheck, whether it's a negative week or a positive week, whatever's left over from your extra income, you add that up. And then down here, you can make your plan for your leftover income, kind of like what you see here, where this is the month of March. You know what, let's go to April. So here, I kind of made a plan as far as what I wanted to do with the leftover that I have. And so you have that space to do that there. So on the next page, you have an expense tracker, and I put 2 in there, but since this is printable, all you have to do is print extras if you need them. For instance, in April, no, it's April right now. In March, I had to print an extra one of these myself, and basically I just stapled it there. So typically if you want a 3rd page, you want to print this one. You don't want to print the one that actually has like the boxes at the top. And so that's what I did, and I stapled it on the side over here so that I could just open it up. So that's that. And then next you have your pages to do your paycheck to paycheck budget, which you guys see me do mine on my notes pages. And I do have notes pages in this budget workbook because I wanted to give you the option of doing it this way or doing it this way where everything's already kind of like written out for you. So you have the option, however you want to do it, it's all up to you, okay? And then at the bottom down here, so you have the space for the fixed expenses, variable, savings is down here on the left, and then where you do your projected and actual, this is where you do your reconciliation. So you always want to reconcile your budget on a paycheck to paycheck budget or a week to week budget. It's all up to you, whatever works best for you. Because if your budget has not reconciled before you get paid again, by the time you look back after the last 3 or 4 weeks, because the budget is ending, you won't really be able to track like, okay, now my numbers are off, but I don't know where the numbers are off because I haven't reconciled at the end of every paycheck or at the end of every week. So this has helped me quite a bit because let's say I'm in week 3 and I'm reconciling and my numbers are off, well, I know that it has to do with my expenses that were in week 3 because week 2, I've already reconciled everything out and the numbers worked. So that is why I have that there. Not everybody does that, but I think it's important to do. So I gave you 2 to print out because most people just get paid twice a month. But again, because it's printable, just print more of them if you need them. Then here is the monthly reflection sheet. I believe that I used this for February's budget results. So if you have not watched that, I'll link that up in the eye in the sky. The most important thing is for you to know that when you are using this sheet, when it says fixed expenses here, you literally want to total up all of your fixed expenses and put the budgeted amount, put the actual that you spent and all of that. Then for cash envelopes, you don't list your cash envelopes here. You literally kind of go across just like with the fixed expenses, put what you budgeted for your cash envelopes, what your actual is. Some people don't really keep up with their actuals with cash envelopes because for them, it's just like, if the money's still in there, it's still in there. Me personally, I don't use cash. You guys know that. I got a whole video on my channel on why I don't use cash, but I know that everybody, you know, doesn't think the way that I think. So I gave you a place for that. So then what you're going to do is write your actual budget categories here. So your groceries, gas, personal, household, miscellaneous, whatever your categories are there, that's what you're going to list here. You have a place to put your totals. And I typically don't do my last month and doing the plus or minus from last month. But sometimes I do like to do that because I like to see kind of what my spending habits are over the course of time. So that will kind of help you as you reflect back, you know, from month to month, looking at your spending habits. So here you have a place for savings, what you budgeted, your actual, plus or minus. So in the plus or minus column, you're going to do your actual versus your budgeted. And then here is where you write what you did last month, the actual number. So like, oh, I spent $180 on groceries last month. This month I spent $200. So my plus or minus over here is going to be negative $20. So here you're going to put extra debt payments, what you budgeted, your actual, same thing. And then you're going to do your projected and actual down here as well. Now this is based on your checking account. So if you use cash, you can kind of be a little off unless you just go ahead and take everything out for your cash envelopes. You can do this part because your cash envelopes is part of budgeted. So down here when you are reconciling, and let me zoom out a little bit. When you're reconciling, what it says for budget, that means what your total is for up here. Then you have savings, that's going to be your total here. So for debt, it's your extra debt payments because remember your actual debt amounts, like your minimums, are included in your fixed expenses. Okay? Then you have your ending balance. So that's that page there. Let me zoom back out. And now you have the notes pages. And like I said, you can use this to do your paycheck to paycheck budgets if you want. I gave you 2, but you have the printout, just print more. So here are the extras here. You have some title pages and I have one for every single month. Okay. So I'm going to take out what I need to make this look like what it should for this particular budget video because I'm about to record the April mock budget video, but you're going to see the video before I actually show y'all this video. So you have one, like I said, for every single month. You have a debt tracker. This is what you want to fill out before you actually start utilizing this workbook because you want to see where you are as of today, as of the day that you printed this out. Then we're going to take this out. You have a savings tracker. And all of these sheets, I mean, besides the title sheets, are included in the planner. This one you're going to actually keep at the end, which I'll show you guys. I haven't filled out my March numbers yet, but you guys can see this is the same thing here. So you start from where you are. Luckily for my planner, I started in January, but if you start in March, then you'll just put March up there. If you started in April, you'll put April up there. Then you have a place at the bottom for you to total everything up down here. So I'll show you guys because this is the very last sheet of paper. So if I was setting this up for me to use for April, which I'm about to set up that way, what you want to do So you're going to put the title page first. And actually, let me put these in the front of the book. Debt. Actually, let's do savings, debt. And you do have a debt-free color chart. I believe there's 52 lines. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are 52 lines, so take the total amount of debt that you're in right now, divide it by 52, and you'll put, you know, you'll stair step it. Or what you can do is you can use this for student loans, and then you can use one for your car, and you could do it that way. It's all up to you. You have it to be able to continue to print over and over. So I would actually put these in the very front, like that. You put your April there. And then what you'll do is that after your note sheets, then you'll put May right here. You'll reprint these pages that are in between in order, and then you just put it behind that. So that's exactly how you do it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, my apologies for taking so long to get it to you guys. If you are interested in this budget workbook, the link will be down in the description box. You can just go to www.KeAmberVaughn.com/store, I think. Yes, so you can go to KeAmberVaughn.com/store or /shop. It doesn't matter. If you go to /store, you'll just come to a page that looks like this. Click the button that says visit the shop, and then you will be taken to my shop, and you just have to scroll down and you will come across the budget workbook here. If you are interested in certain pages are available for sale by themselves. So I have a monthly budget bundle that comes with, let me show you. The monthly budget bundle comes with the pre-plan sheets, the paycheck to paycheck budget sheets, and the expense trackers. So it comes with these sheets, these 3 sheets here. So just this one, expense tracker, pre-plan sheets. That's what comes with the monthly budget bundle. I also have the expense tracker for sale by itself, and the monthly pre-plan sheets are for sale by themselves as well as the paycheck budget worksheet on its own. And then also this is included in a bundle that also includes the financial wellness program as well. It's $10 or $11 off when you bundle it with the program, and that's that. So again, if you're interested, www.KeAmberVaughn.com why do I keep wanting to say /shop or store. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.